as Vice President and Global Head of IT at Sigma Engineered Solutions. He has implemented over 400 digitization projects.
Very eagerness or the hunger for learning, and at the same time also the passion for doing something in life. So the again the strive for achieving something in life that led me to think over this digitalization projects, and I was confident that I will definitely pass this exam in the first attempt, and it really happened, and that was a big surprise to my family members.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, a podcast series brought to you by the Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I am Sunny Pancholi, and today we have the privilege of speaking with a remarkable figure in the IT industry whose career spans nearly 4 decades. Mr. Rajeev Khade is a visionary leader driving digital transformation and operational excellence. As Vice President and Global Head of IT at Sigma Engineered Solutions, he has implemented over 400 digitization projects, achieving significant cost savings and enhancing manufacturing processes across multiple plants. I'm really looking forward to our conversation today, Mr. Rajiv.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
So, Mr. Rajiv, you have an impressive career spanning nearly 40 years in IT, which is obviously no small feat. So, reflecting on your journey, could you take us through some of the key experiences and milestones that have shaped your path?
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for this introduction. Yeah, I started my IT career way back in 1986. So at that time, the computerization was at a very minuscule level. And at that time, we were using all 286, 486 PCs with 8 MB RAM, and the connectivity was very 256 kbps or anything like that. So since that time till today, the entire computerization has gone through a series of changes, and the technology, as you know, is changing every year. So leading from the very basic level of computerization, and then changing the ERP landscape. So at that time, the ERP was also not there. Very isolated systems were there in place, just like the MRP, Fox Pro based MRP, and all those things. So I had a key role in the entire computerization activity of the organization, and also through the selection and implementation of ERP. So that was a good opportunity of implementing certain enterprise-wide applications throughout the organization, spanning more than 20 locations or so. So I worked at a very individual factory level, then at the group level, and then had opportunities with various renowned organizations at, as I said, at individual levels, and then at a group level. And then way long back, since the time of computerization, now the industry has changed a lot. And as you see nowadays, latest use of various technologies like AI, ML, VR, AR. So that is being used. And I feel very happy that I do have a very grassroots level experience, and which I consider as an asset to me. So this grassroots level experience makes me confident and sound in my domain area. So that's my introductory remark.
So, Mr. Rajiv, what were the defining moments that not only influenced your career, but also fueled your passion for technology?
See, for any person who wants to make a career and wants to succeed in life, what he needs to have that is very eagerness or the hunger for learning, and at the same time also the passion for doing something in life. So that's the basic motivating factor, according to me, for any person. So if he has that, then he should be at all times hungry and eager to strive knowledge. And even today, after 40 years of my industry experience, today even I'm learning a lot. And just recently, I passed the well-known independent director certification examination, which places a person into the board level. So the thing I'm trying to say is that hunger for continuous learning and passion to do something in life, That is the motivating factor for any individual to succeed in life.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you had a fascinating journey, Mr. Rajeev. All right.
Yes.
So moving ahead, you have executed around 400 digitalization projects that have not only driven process excellence but also generated significant cost saving exceeding $240,000. So in addition, your implementation of Industry 4.0 initiatives, low cost automation, robotic process automation, and augmented reality has transformed operations across the organizations. So could you share a specific project or initiative from this impressive portfolio that exemplifies your approach to achieving these results and the impact it had on the business?
Very good. So the again, this strive for achieving something in life that led me to think over this digitalization projects, and that was a period of somewhat prior to COVID-19. And when I was going around in the shop floor in the factory, I was studying the each process, manufacturing process step by step. So I used to note down in my diary while I was moving around the shop floor and studying and making a time chart also as to how much time it takes to complete a process. And then after that, I used to come back to my table and think something on that and think as to how we can modify this process, how we can reduce the time taken for this process. And at the same time, what is the cost element involved in that? So that led me to think something out of the box. And then I used to go back to the business saying that this is what we can do in each of your areas, and this is how it can transform. Initially, I was said, no, no, nothing. We should not do that because this is a running plant and we have a lot of schedules and everything. But later on, when I gave a proof of concept to the business owners, they were convinced. And the same people who have initially rejected said that, okay, Rajiv, let's do this process automation. And the more important factor was that how I can add value to the business. So that is the basic thought process that I had in mind. And from the as is to be situation, what value addition I'll do in terms of cost saving, in terms of time saving, and related matters. So that caught the attention of senior management also. And talking about the various areas or the use cases wherein I implemented this, there will not be a couple of use cases. There will be so many use cases to quote for, starting from the HR process, right from recruitment to retirement. Other processes wherein there is a legacy system was involved, the legacy way of implementing a process was required. Say, for example, any organization has ERP, and when a particular purchase order is generated, it depending on the value of the purchase order, it is sent to various people for approval. So same time when this purchase order is sent to senior management for approval, senior management due to their busy schedule will not log into your ERP system, do the password and authentication, and then go to that particular purchase order and approve that. So what we did that was a kind of value addition workaround by which a email was generated from the ERP system, and that email was sent to the business owner, or for that matter, the senior management. And they have to just click on the approve button or disapprove button. And when the approval is done, then that particular transaction is posted into the ERP, and the whoever raises the purchase order, he gets a notification that the purchase order is approved. So similarly, we had done a lot of enhancement into the system, and this led to the digital transformation of the organization as a whole. And that caught the attention of senior management, and they very well appreciated that. They just not appreciated because it was a kind of convenience for them to approve a particular system, but it was because it added value to the business in terms of, as I said, the time saving and the cost saving.
That's truly impressive, Mr. Rajiv. All right. So, moving ahead with your remarkable journey as an advisor and chief mentor to various startup organizations, along with accolades like the CIO of the Year and the prestigious CIO Power List recognition, it's clear you have made a significant impact in the IT sector. So, what I would like to ask you is how have these experiences influenced your approach to fostering innovation and operational excellence in the industry? And I would also like to love to hear your thoughts on how mentorship and recognition have shaped your leadership style and the initiatives you have championed.
Very well. See, I was never hungry for awards and recognitions. It all came as I proceeded in my professional career. It all followed me. That's what I would say that. So I kept on working in a very innovative way, and always my mindset was that I should do something differently rather than following the regular legacy method of following a process. So I should do something differently by which it will add value to the business. So that kind of innovation mindset and the hunger for doing something different, passion for doing something different, and as it is rightly said, there should be fire in the belly, then only you can achieve something in life. So that all led to innovation and then kept me improvising myself from my personal thing and also on the professional front. And also, I used to all the time think as to how I can make use of the latest technologies. See, as I told you, way back in 86, there were only 286, 486 computers. Then the computerization came. Then the millennium came, 2000 millennium. And then the industry 4.0 came. So at that time, industry 4.0 and everything was a kind of buzzword. But now nowadays it is no more. So everybody has implemented industry 4.0. So I used to constantly explore as to what new technologies I can implement and add value to the business. I should not work in the IT department as a service provider, but I should work as a technological solution provider. So that led me to continuously think innovatively as to how I can do new things in a better manner. At the same time, this caught attention of various organizations apart from the organization that I was working. And they approached me saying that whether you can join us as an advisor and consultant to various organizations. So I'm associated with one of the organizations wherein we select through a selection process various SMEs and MSMEs, and we mentor them for a period of 1 year. So that I do kind of mentorship on a regular basis. Apart from that, my network has a lot of connections wherein I mentor these organizations at various levels. So one of the organizations I was advisor to the board also, wherein in IT parlance it is called as is to be and the roadmap situation. So I evaluated that as is situation, what is that they are having currently, and what should they have going at, what should be the roadmap. So those kind of advisory roles I'm doing. And currently I'm also as an advisor to a couple of organizations wherein uh, based on my years of experience and my hunger for knowledge, I keep on advising and mentoring them as to how they should proceed further from where they are today. And I draw a roadmap for next, say, for example, 1 year, 3 year, and 5 years. So that is the process that I follow in my advisory and mentorship role.
Great. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Rajeev. All right. So moving ahead, as someone who has made significant strides in digital transformation, I'm curious about how you approach the often complex relationship between technology and stakeholder interest. So, with your extensive experience, how do you ensure that the voices and concerns of stakeholders are integrated into your digital initiatives, particularly regarding environmental and social governance?
Yeah, a very good question. See, when I approach the end users will be in-house end users within the organization or somebody from outside. My approach is first I try to study the existing process as to what are the steps they are following up. Whether it is a manual process, whether it is a computerized process, I study the existing process by asking them the various questions as to what steps you follow, what is the after that, what is after that, and try to get answers to my questions from them itself. Then I come back to my table and study that entire process. And after having a thought on that, I come out with questions to myself as to whether we can avoid certain steps which are just time consuming steps. Say, for example, if a particular process is taking steps from 1 to 10, whether we can reduce those number of steps to 7 or 8. So that's the approach I follow in any digitalization process. And herein there is, while I'm reducing the number of steps, there is no compromise on the process as such. The process remains the same, but the number of steps get reduced, the manual work gets reduced, the paperwork gets reduced, and at the same time, there is automation also in the entire process. Automation in the sense, repetitive tasks are eliminated, same tasks are eliminated, and at the same time, the posting to the computerized systems is done so that the benefits achieved out of them are phenomenal. So this kind of approach I take, and the end users really appreciate that, saying that this is what we want, because nowadays we are wasting a lot of time doing this manual work. So if you do this, if you give this particular kind of digitalization or automation, then it will really benefit us to do more things in a more efficient manner. So the productivity increases. And after doing this, I can see the smiles on their faces and they're happy customers. So ultimately, my goal, my objective is achieved. Apart from the business success, the smile on their faces is very more important according to me, because I'm adding value to their own life also. So that's the approach that I take in my digitalization activities that I take.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, saving on time, I will straight away jump to my next question. Given your extensive experience in driving digital transformation and operational excellence, how do you envision your skills and insights contributing to boardroom decisions and decision making processes, particularly in relation to future technological advancements and sustainability initiatives?
Yeah, very true. See, all along my career, I had the one basic goal that I should progress in life. I didn't wanted to remain on the same position for a longer time. So your one goal is achieved, then what next? Then what next? Then what next? So these were the questions that I used to ask for myself as to what should I do for next couple of years. So I spoke about the roadmap for any organization. What is the current situation? What they should do for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. Similarly, I had drawn the roadmap for my professional growth also. So way back when I started my career, I thought that I should be heading the IT department of an organization at a single location or a factory level. That I achieved it. Later on, I thought that I should head the organization at a multi-level organization level. I achieved that. And then later at a global level, I should lead the organization and play the role of advising the organization from the technology perspective. So that also I achieved. The point I'm trying to make is that one has to decide what he wants to become in life. And then, unless and until that goal is achieved, he should not sleep properly. Every day morning, he has to get up and say that, hey, come on, get up, and you have to achieve your dreams, you have to achieve your goals. That's the only way, self-initiative, that keeps on motivating a person in life. Nobody else is going to come and motivate you and motivate you saying that, hey, okay, go ahead and do that. There will be people who will guide you, but it is the own initiative which I believe that drives the person for success in life. Similar thing I've followed in my life also. So at the same time, as I said, technological changes are a part of our life. The technological changes every 1 year or 1.5 years, the technology changes. Now we are all seeing the AI and all those AR, VR kind of thing technologies. So unless and until we embrace these technologies and find out as to what this technology has in place, what is the technology will benefit us. So if you gather information about that and try to find out how I can make the best use of this technology in my domain area where I'm working. If you do that, then you will find out answers as to what best you can use, make use of the technologies. So that also led to my success. And still today also, in a day, at least for 2 or 3 hours, I'm doing my self-study. If required, I do googling and I ask any nearby person. I have no hesitation in asking any person as to what this means, what this means. So I always try mix up with people and do my own research, and continuous learning is a way of life. That is what I believe in life. Even for this recent examination of boardroom entry, I did a lot of study, and it was slightly difficult for me to study after 35 years. But the basic instinct in my heart was that I have to succeed in life. I have to succeed, and I will succeed in life. So that led to me to get up early morning. Early mornings are always peaceful and calm. So I used to study a lot. And there is always a concept called 3R formula. So wherein 3 R's are read, remember, reproduce. So you read, you remember, and reproduce. Unless and until you are able to reproduce something in life, you'll not remember that in your subconscious mind. So that's the pattern I followed. And answering about the sustainability and everything, nowadays sustainability is getting more and more importance. So every organization is getting aware and conscious about the sustainability efforts those are happening all around. So towards that also, I'm trying to make a self-study and how I can contribute towards sustainable growth of an organization. That also I'm contributing. And as I said, continuous education is the only way for a person to succeed in life. Those are my thoughts on that.
That's incredible. And thank you for sharing such amazing insights into different subjects. Also sharing your success mantra and your vision for future. All right. So moving ahead with my last question. Given your experience with the Directors Institute, how do you think it adds value for professionals aiming for board roles? And what skills or insights have you found particularly beneficial?
Yes, I do remember the first meeting with the Director Institute in your office, wherein I was guided, I was suggested that I should, based on my experience of so many years, I should go in for this role of directors, independent directors role. At that time, I was slightly hesitant to take this particular task because I was doubtful, to be very frank, whether I will be able to study after 35 years or not. But the kind of guidance that I got from the Directors Institute from the right from the first day, so that motivated me, and that really helped me to start my journey on studying after 35 years. So the approach that you people follow, Director Institute people followed, was phenomenal. And not only getting on board, but also guidance from time to time from your operational team, from your sales team, keeping a tab of as to whether I need any help. And also the LMS study was phenomenal, very nicely curated kind of thing. So it was step by step going ahead, complete one module, go to the next module, go to the next module. And also there were certain mock tests at each step. So that led to gaining more and more confidence, because this topic was slightly different from my domain. So that really helped me, the LMS approach, and also the weekend webinars, experts, comments, and the sessions, and the mock drill sessions of the boardroom. That really helped. And this was one particular thought that remained in my mind after having seen the professional life of 38 years. I had something in mind that I should go at the board level now. So that was one objective and the dream that I had in mind. So that was also the reason I enrolled myself. And after the guidance from the Directors Institute, now finally the day has come, and I have to visualize that yes, I have become the independent director now. And one fine morning, I appeared for the exam without any hesitation, because my confidence level had gone very high, and I was confident that I will definitely pass this exam in the first attempt, and it really happened. And that was a big surprise to my family members. I didn't mention that I'm appearing for the final exam today. But, when I got the certificate on the screen, and then I sent this screenshot to my family members, they were all also surprised. And finally, yes, I am now eligible to enter into the boardroom, which was my dream come true, and that has happened. And I owe this entire credit to the Directors Institute, each and every one who has guided me for this entire journey. Thank you so much, Director Institute.
I sincerely appreciate the valuable insights you have shared today, Mr. Rajiv, and your innovative approach to digital transformation and your commitment to operational excellence truly make you a leader in the IT industry. And I'm confident that your experiences will resonate with and inspire many professionals navigating similar paths. So, thank you once again for your time and for being a part of FaceTime with Leaders.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
We look forward to sharing more inspiring stories and insights from exceptional leaders in our next session. Until then, continue to embrace change and find fulfillment in your journey. Thank you so much and have a nice time.